Oh my God, we are halfway through the year. We are 6 months into 2021. It's mad. Where does the time go? It's crazy. But it's also the best time to stop and reflect. To stop and ask yourself, what have you done so far? If you're like me, you've got goals, honey. You remember those New Year's resolutions? Yeah, they're still up to date. They're still there. If you designed a vision board, then your goals are there staring back at you. And right now is the right time to reflect, to really examine ourselves and ask ourselves those questions that can, help us to come back on track. This is the right time to turn around and be like, okay, what have I done so far? Where am I standing right now? Am I on track or am I off track? And if you find out that you are absolutely off track when it comes to realizing your goal, when it comes to chasing your goals, it's okay. You might be surprised that you are not the only one. A lot of people right now are just trying to juggle between the unexpected situations and what they want to do. And so this video is about how can we create an impact in 6 months. It's possible, and I'm going to show you how. But before we get into that, I want you to know that, if you are looking back and you feel like you haven't done that much, if you're looking back and you feel like, okay, I'm still at the same place, it's fine. If you've been following me on YouTube, then you know that I haven't been consistent so far, and I'm sorry about that. The reason why I haven't been that consistent is because it's heavy. My master, studying my master at the moment, it was quite a challenging period for me with all the readings and all the assignments, and I was like, oh my God. You know what I mean? I was like, you know what, YouTube, you can wait a little bit, I'm coming back, but right now I can't deal with you. But at the same time, I'm expecting results from YouTube, right? But it doesn't work like that. I can't expect to have my business and my social media stuff to kick off if I'm not consistent. And I decided that I'm going to create an impact with the 6 months left. And that's what this video is about. I'm here to tell you that it's okay if after reconsideration you feel like, dang, I haven't moved a bit. I'm still at the same place, and nothing is moving, nothing is changing. It's fine, because I'm going to share with you my tips, like always. I'm going to share how I'm planning to use my next 6 months in a way that I'm going to create a big change. Things that you set yourself up at the beginning of the year, saying that, okay, I need to get there, I need to be this person by the end of the year. If you're far from that, there's still 6 months left and you can do it. And so the first thing is to reconsider your why. Why did you choose that in the first place? Why did you decide it at the beginning of 2021 that those were your goals? If you can find that passion again, if you can rekindle that in you, that desire again, then you are going to come back on track and really fast. Because when your whys are strong, they're gonna carry you through periods of weaknesses. So I think that the first thing to do right now is to ask yourself, why did you choose to do that in the first place? Why did you start it in the first place? And I'm going to be truthful. By asking why, you might find that, okay, my why weren't that strong after all. I'm doing this actually for all the wrong reasons. It's not late. This is actually time to say, okay, What do I really want to do? Halfway through the year, you still have 6 months left. You can be like, okay, what do I really want to do? I got it all wrong. I thought that was what I wanted to do, but it wasn't really a solid reason. It was a reason based on vanity, or I don't know, trying to impress people around you and things like that. But if you find out that the reason why you want to do what you want to do is a genuine one, a one that is backed with passion, fire, and one that is personal, then you've got it right. The second thing to consider is clarity, or consider your goals. What is not working? What have you been doing that is not working? What can you do differently? How can you plan differently? How did you plan before? And what mistake did you make? Because you can't keep doing the same thing, expecting the same result. Unless your problem is consistency. If you've got a great plan and you haven't been showing up, then a great plan is nothing if you don't put in the work. And so be specific. This is not just a general vision. This is a specific, journey that you are crafting. You need to really take the time to say, okay, I'm trying to get there. How can I get there? Shall I look at people who are there already and study how they got there? Is there any book that I need to read so that I can understand better the field that I'm getting into? This is really up to you, but the more specific you get, the better it becomes, the clearer it becomes for you. And when something is clear to you, it's easier to achieve. And when things are fuzzy, usually we don't really want to keep going because we don't even know what we're trying to do. It's like planning. It's like knowing that, okay, I'm waking in the morning and I'm doing this and that and that. That's a day that you've succeeded already before even starting, because your mind, you know what is coming next. But when you have a goal, you don't even know where you're going. You don't know what to start with. You don't know what is coming next, how you're gonna get there. It's not clear in your head. The clearer, the better. The third point to consider is to build inner authority. Usually we don't get to see a plan through. We don't get to give our everything to something that we really want, not because we don't have what it takes, not because we don't have the desire, but because we're scared, but because we think that we're not worth it, but because we think that we are daring too much. So being mentally prepared, being mentally in that body, it's as important as doing the job. You can do the job or anything, but if you don't believe that you deserve what you're doing, what you're chasing, then you're gonna drift back and things are not gonna work, and you're gonna be like, okay, I keep doing but nothing is working. It's not working just because you don't believe that you actually deserve to be even where you are. I promise you, this is so true. Unconsciously you feel like, I don't belong here, I'm poor, or I am not as qualified as these people. What am I doing here? And unconsciously it starts setting you back. Everything you're trying to give and do it, you're doing it, but you are not really, you're doubting yourself. Let me tell you a story. The other day I had the coffee with a friend, and she was like, wow, you look really posh. And I was like, yeah, I am posh. You know what I mean? Well, regardless of the definition that you guys give to posh, I'm trying to level up. Excuse me, I'm trying to level up. And I'm not going to try to level up just in my business without leveling up in my head, if that makes any sense. Obviously, it shouldn't be a question of vanity. It should be a question of self-worth. It's a question of giving yourself the authority to do certain things. You know what I mean? It's giving yourself the authority to dare. That you walk in the shop that you normally wouldn't shop in because it's too expensive. And you start checking things. Like, and ask the price. Be like, how much is this? Yeah. Try it on. Yes, try it on. Because that's the way you start feeling that, okay, I belong here. This is a powerful exercise. I promise you, it's so powerful. The moment you start giving yourself authority, the moment you know within your gut that you deserve it. You're not there yet, but you deserve it. It speeds the process. Not only it speeds the process, it saves you from failing due to the fact that you doubt yourself. And so dare to be that person. Dare to live that life. Obviously, don't go out and start spending money you don't have. That's not what I'm saying. Okay. But dare to believe. It's the inner work more than anything. It's not what people think of you. That's the big difference. People are trying to make this life to impress people around them when it comes from an insecure place. But here I'm talking about self-worth. I'm talking about giving yourself the authority, building that inner authority to know that I am not my circumstance. I am not the problem that I'm going through. I am not my, I'm my crazy life. I am worth it. I'm made out of more. That's what I'm talking about. The last step that I'm going to talk about is to take responsibility. Be accountable. You're trying to make the most out of the 6 months that are left. Seriously, you need to be accountable. Seriously, you need to revise, to reconsider your calendar, reconsider the way you spend your time, reconsider where you spend your time the most, and start cutting things down. Okay? We've got to be serious about this. I mean, if you're coming on this journey with me, this is what I'm doing. It's not time to play anymore. Let's get back to work. Let's get back to focus. I'm not saying you're going to be perfect. It's not going to be easy. You're going to fail. You're going to do something else. Knowing that you're not supposed to do that. You're supposed to do this. It's okay. As long as you can drag yourself back to reality each time. As long as you've got a system in place to be like, okay, what am I supposed to do that I'm not doing? And the best way of doing this as well is that at the end of each day, ask yourself, what is it that you've done today that kind of helped you to put one step further in the direction of your dream? That is the best way to go. Try to motivate yourself every day. Try to find a way to keep that fire burning inside you. Treat yourself, reward yourself, celebrate those little wins. It might not have an impact at all toward your goals, but they come together to bring you, to push you further. So you need to celebrate little wins. Remember that nobody's coming to save you. You're going to save yourself. This is your life, and what you choose to do with your time, it's your responsibility. Nobody is putting you in jail because you're not using your time or efficiently. But as a human, I think it's a pity for people not to try to expand, try to grow, try to always aim for the next level. And 6 months into 2021, 6 months left to finish 2021, I promise you, you can make an impact. You can change your year around. It's just a matter of willingness. Are you really up for this? Do you really want it so badly? If you want to, you're going to put in the work. Stay focused. Find a way to stay focused. Find a way to come back to your why. So that's all I wanted to talk about today. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, please don't forget to give me a thumbs up. I will see you guys in another video. Peace.